Thank you, Basha.
Yeah, that's right. So first the database is running with SP file or P file. It is running with SP file. Okay. Now you need to check some parameters like the database is running with it is the RQ mode in no RQ mode. Just check it in RQ mode. RQ log list. Okay. So RQ log list. You need to set some parameters like show parameter log underscore RQ underscore text. So this is the parameter. Okay, and one more parameter you need to check, show parameter db underscore file underscore text. Yes. And show parameter db underscore create So if you want to clone the database, you need to check parameters like the database running with SP file or not, and if the log file destination is mentioned or not, and you need to check the recovery file list and as well as in db create file list. Okay, these files you need to mention. First, I will show every parameter how to fetch. Okay, first the parameter name is the show parameter. First, you need to get one of the P file, create P file from SP file. Why I am going to create a P file means the whatever you are going to do any parameters, first you need to take a copy of P file. P file is a text file, you know that. So suppose if you have done any mistakes on the SP file, your database will be corrected. At that time you need to get you can run with your database with P file. Okay, so that's why you are creating one P file first, and your database is running with SP file. So you need to changes. You need to give some conditions as a SP file. You need to change some parameters. The first parameter name is show parameter. It is the parameter name is log underscore RQ underscore log underscore text file underscore text underscore file underscore. The parameter name text underscore 1. So these are the parameters. First you need to set this location. This is the RQ log destination. RQ log destination is nothing but the data will be saved to the redo entry. Every log transaction will be stored in this log file. These are the online log files. So you need to set some first this location. Okay. So here we need to set the location before doing this. You need to set this location. You can give one of the parameter file like show parameter db underscore recovery underscore file underscore dest. So you need to set first this parameter file because it is a recovery file destination. Okay. So when you are going to clone the database, you need to give this parameter first. So how to give this parameter? Alter system set. The parameter name is db underscore recovery underscore file underscore dash, and give some parameter here and the parameter name, and give some location here. Even it does not have location. First I am just giving the by default location. Even it cannot be present in the Linux server also. Then later we need to create one file there. Clone and archive. I am giving this destination in U01 Basha app, and here I am creating one directory clone and one more directory create archive. Even does not have in the Linux, but I am just setting the parameters.
I have a question here.
Sorry?
I have a question here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so why do we need to set this db underscore recovery underscore file dash parameter as well as this log archive dash 1 parameter?
So you are cloning the database by using RMAN. You need to set one destination of the recovery file destination. That means your data will be transferred from this location. Okay, you are creating a one more database without using data DBC, but by default already whatever may be there in the production database should be copied into the another cloning. that is a clone. Okay, so that's why first you need to set parameters. It is already mentioned in the database. Okay, before suppose as a DBA, if you are installed as a fresh destination, as a you are installed 11G database and you are created one database, there it is not defined. Okay, we have already done this one previously. That's why we have already done some location is there. Previous it cannot be have any location. So why you need to create this location means whenever you are giving the log files will be going to save by default location. One DBS in the RQ location is there by default location. By default,
Okay.
that's why by default location is also there, but a lot of files will be there. Whenever you are going to clone the database or give some transaction, even in the RMAN backups also, we are giving this destination because of particular location you need to mention and you need to save your log files into that location. You will be remember the location.
Okay, so right now, is there any file in this location?
Present, even the file does not, even the whatever be, these directories is also not present in the database. Just I'm creating the destination. After then, we need to create the directories also in Linux also.
All right. So this DB recovery file dash, what type of the files it will contain?
It will be contained like it is also binary files. Like it is one of the log files destination. Like RQ log files should be transferred into in this location. Okay, I will be able to see after creating the file. You can what file will be generated there. What is that file also you can see there. Scope equal to script file. You need to mention the condition. The system is altered. And one more thing is alter system set. Now you need to set the log file destination. Log underscore, this is the destination. RQ log files destination. And here you need to mention location equal to, here you need to mention like the parameter use underscore db underscore recovery underscore file underscore test. So as this you are using this this is the destination as the RQ log destination also. Okay, the recovery destination is going to giving this directory. In this directory only you are going to create log file destination also. Okay, you need to mention the both the parameters should be in the same destination because your log file, whatever will the log files will be stored in the redo log file. Redo log files, what data will be happen, what type of data will be present. I am already explaining the redo log management. Okay, so here you need to mention here the condition like use underscore db underscore recovery underscore file underscore dash. Just you are giving this is the same parameter. We need to set this location. Scope equal to st file. So quoted string is not properly terminated because the string is extra. String will be where you are put the directory. So you need to edit that command. Now system will be altered. And one more parameter should be show parameter db underscore create underscore file or test. So this is the parameter you need to set some location. So this why are they setting this parameter means now the clone database will be copied into in this directory which you have mentioned the directory. The database will be save completely data into in that directory. Also system set the parameter name and you need to give some location like u01 like the use tables from Basha user and clone. So these parameters you are able to set. Okay, then even you need to mention one more parameter like db underscore this file also you need to mention, because you are already defined some value. By default it cannot be defined. Otherwise you also define this value also, because the size of the recovery file destination. So parameter some 4000 MB. The scope equal to SD file. Show parameter, alter system, search, system is altered. Okay, and what type of data will be transferred? Select file underscore name, commentator, sorry.
Mr. Basha,
Yeah.
can you please explain us that why do you need to set this variable?
Sorry?
So why do you need to set this db underscore recovery file dash size variable? So what is the purpose of that?
The purpose is nothing but you are given one of the parameter file like db underscore recovery underscore file destination. You are just recovery purpose, you are going to set this directory, which is the same log files will be stored in this directory. And we are mentioned, suppose actually it is a null value, it will be displayed. If your null value is there, you need to set some parameters. Otherwise, there is no need to set this size of the destination. Why you are going to set this destination means, if you are already given some location, the destination will be given, your log files will be stored there. If you are not mentioning the value, it cannot be taken like the parameter should be getting like error. Okay. Like, should be given some size, no? Whenever you give a file, the size also you need to mention.
Okay. So you said that it will store the log files. What do you mean by the log files here?
Log files is nothing but the recovery purpose. Why you are using the log files means only for the recovery purpose. I am already said, whenever you are given the ARC log files, like it is a RMAN, it's a hot backup, it's an online backup. Every time the log file should be readable. That means if you are getting any file is missing there, you need to get the data from the recovery file. That is the ARC log from ARC log file. So in ARC log files, the data will be there when your database will be created, and when your table space will be created, and what type of data will be present in the data file, and which user is using. That entire information will be stored in the log files.
So basically, you mean the redo log file whenever you are saying log file, am I right?
Yeah, redo log files only, it will become as the RQ log files. RQ log redo entry. It's called as online redo log files.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Without log files, you cannot get back the data also.
Alright, suppose that here right now you provided 4000 megabyte, right?
Yeah.
This variable. So suppose that
Depend upon the database size. Here I have not created too much of the database. It is just only 600 MB something is there. So suppose if your database is a lot of database like a 10 TB is there, you need to mention the 10 TB like data. It did not mention like 10 TB, but it will be compressed minimum 4000 MB. Like it is 4 GB.
Yeah, 4 GB.
4 GB.
So
what is the log files only?
That space is filled up by the archive log files, then what will happen if there is no any more space?
Any more space is not there, means actually arc log files not depend upon the log. This file. This can be depend upon the log files. Redo log files will be there. The redo log files, 3 files will be there. Redo log 1, log 2, log 3. I'm already said the log files. The data will be stored in the directory. In that, I'm already said select log file. Sorry. $log file. These log files, the data will be stored in this directory only. Okay. Whenever you are doing the given command like alter system switch log file, it will be transferred from the data one day, which is the files will be there. This data will be stored into the log RQ log files when you are giving this command. Or otherwise you are giving this command like commit command also you are given. By using these two commands, the log files will be updated into the RQ log files. That means your database will be stored into the hard disk log file. It will be transferred into the hard disk. In the hard disk, the RQ log files will be present. Their data will be updated. These transactions, everything the transactions will be transferred into the RQ log files. This destination you are mentioned in the recovery file destination. When you are giving this command, that will be going into that directory, the file which is the project there, it can be updated there.
But I believe that we never, archive the log, redo log files, right?
Sorry?
We never archive the redo log files, right?
We never.
Yeah, right?
I didn't get you. What are you asking?
Okay. So here, you said that basically you will apply all the archive redo log files to the new database, right?
Yes.
So, but where you will get this archive redo log files? How you will get it, and where you will get it?
Where you can get it? As RQ log files. See here, whenever you are giving this destination like the files, even the RQ log files destination is not present. Actually, it cannot be shown here. But by default location, it can be stored into the location in the Oracle home location. In the DBS, is the RQ log destination is there. In that direct, there will be your data will be your log file information will be stored there. By default, log files will be there. These are the by default log files, and by default RQ log files also will be there.
Also, default archive log files will be in the same path. That's what you said.
At present, not there in the same path because you have set some other parameters. Actually, I am just given show parameter log underscore RQ underscore test. Here the parameter file is okay. Show parameter.
Okay, so this log archive destination 1 is basically you are assigning the all archived redo log files, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you said that this location is empty right now, right?
Actually, by default, I am already mentioned there. Okay. Here by default location. This location is already mentioned in last time. Right? So you can just check it that location. Even the changes at present, it cannot be changed any values here. See here, we are already set. Given the condition SP file, that means after restarting the database, then only it can be affected. So at present, the old file is only present there in the database. You can just check it the location here. The location is nothing but this is the location. Here the files will be there, like it is a prod. By default location, here RQ log files. It can be created by default. These are the files. So which is the date 12/9, 12/10 and 12/11. Okay. So it can be updated. Today date is 2011. So it is 11/12/2014. Today also the files will be present here after giving the command.
Alright, so basically ultimately we will use these files.
Yeah,
right?
now you can use these files.
Right.
Okay. But present we are changing the location, but that location is not present here. cd/u01. Here we are not have clone or anything. I have just created the just given the statement there. Again you need to create there. Okay. So you need to set all those parameters, and before that, what type of data is there? Select file underscore name, comma status from default table space name, table space underscore name. So these are the by default parameters. I am creating one more direct data table space. Create table space. Just I am doing some transactions. That's it here. Okay, some demo data file. Demo 01.dbf. Then size some 10M. Create one user. Sana identified by welcome. Default table space demo and quota unlimited. It is not necessary to create. Just I am showing after creating the database, the data will be present or not. So this is the database is present in the one of the user. Okay, and select file underscore name. So these are the files will be there. Okay, demo and boss the extra table spaces, and now we need to close the database after setting some parameters. So we did not want to create a like table space and user. Just I am showing this data will also be present in the clone database or not. That's why I have created this database extra table space and extra user. Okay, and now you can start the clone database. After setting the parameters, you need to just restart your server because you are given some you have set the parameters through SP file. Okay. Just shut.
So right now we are in the production database, right?
Yeah.
Basha, this
right now,
cloning can we do while during the transactions are going?
Sorry?
Like cloning we can do during the transactions happen?
During the transactions.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't get you the point. What is your
during the transactions can we do cloning? Parallelly?
Yeah, we can do. Actually, why you are giving the like set down normal? Even during the whenever you are going to set the parameters, then only you need to go for set down process. Otherwise, actually already mentioned in the table spaces. Like you can give the command like scope equal to both also will be their option. But sometimes if you are doing the cloning, should be once you need to restart the database. Okay. So by default is already mentioned the data files. The database should not go for restart the database. So suppose if you are doing any transactions, any parameters through SP file. SP file can be read only after it can be read only no more stage only. Okay. So whenever you are going to clone the generally, we are giving shutdown normal. Shutdown normal it will be wait after till the users will be logged out. Okay. Then only it can be going the shutdown. Then only it will be close the database. It can be created. It's not a mandatory, but whenever you are going to create like data guard or rack, you are doing some transactions there. In that time should be close the database. Once you need to restart the database, not a problem. Okay. And now we have set some parameters. The parameters which are defined there, the parameter is not mentioned. Like some destination is there.
Okay, so right now we are in production database,
Yeah,
right?
production database. Right now you are in the production database. Okay.
Okay.
Just again you need to start up. You are getting some parameters you have set. The parameter is not present now because the destination is not present. It will be getting some errors also. Okay, because which is the file you have created, the destination is not be translated. So that's why you need to set whatever the parameters will be there. The destination also you need to mention the directories. Where is the directories? And you have mentioned which directories you have mentioned. Alter system search. This destination. You need to create the destination here. -p. So this is the destination. Okay, at a time, even how many things will be there, how many whatever the data is there is present or not. If you are giving this command, totally it can be created. Okay, and then one more the file is also created like log file destination. Even you can check it in the SP file also. It can be present in the location recovery file. This also you need to set parameters. So these two destinations you need to mention. Whatever the destination is not present, the destination should be present. Then you can connect SQL and now start up. Here your destination is there. Where it can be created to the one. There is a floor. So these the files are two mentioned here. Okay. So at present there is no files. Not long destination there is no files. Coordinate also there is no files. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Basha, for this teaching purpose, can you please open up those files in GUI?
See?
Those folders in GUI and leave them open.
I didn't get you.
Okay, open up these two folders in Linux by itself. No, not from command window, but you know, from GUI.
Which files you need to open?
No, I'm asking you to just open up these two folders in GUI. So you know, there's the way it will be, you know, easier for us to understand it.
Sorry? What are you asking? I didn't get you.
Okay, actually I'm asking you to open up those two folders which you just created.
Yeah.
GUI. In
GUI.
in a yes, in GUI.
In GUI, what is the GUI?
Oh, graphical user interface. So right now, do you see this roots home folder?
Yeah, roots home folder.
Yes. So no, not there. Not in your command prompt. I'm talking about in Linux.
In Linux, it is a Linux only. Okay, you asked it. Okay.
Yes, I'm asking you. No. Just open up this computer folder. Do you see on your desktop?
Computer. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm talking about to open up those two folders like this.
Yeah. You can open this. In U01, the Basha is there, and here app, here clone. No files will be there. This is the AppKilab destination, and this is the raw data destination. You can open it, not a problem.
Okay. Can you open them and just leave them open
Sorry?
and leave them open. So don't close them.
Okay.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
So this is the destination. So now you can see the parameters. Show parameter. At present is the one parameter set. So the parameter is given. Show parameter. Log underscore RQ underscore dest underscore 1. Then show parameter. DB underscore recovery underscore file underscore dest. Okay, these parameters set. Out of system switch log file. See here, automatically file will be getting there. Okay, this is the after generating the system files, the log file will be clear here.
No.
That's our destination. Okay, but in the raw data there is no data because you are not generated any clone database. After clone the database, you can see here also. Okay,
No.
it can be created today's date also.
Okay. So when you switch this log file, at that time it had created this log files, right?
Yeah, this log files will be created because the transaction will be set into that RQLog files. That is the destination, which is log destination. Which is like a data file will be stored in some location. No, that's also it can be stored log file RQLog destination, not for log destination. It is RQLog destination.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can start the clone database, and we need to when you are starting the clone database, you need to get at least 2 databases. Okay, so that the database is already there. The database name is here production database. Select name from $V database. Here there is a database name is prod, and now we can going to attend one more database, like it is a cat database. This is another database, not for startup.
So basically, you are cloning this production to the cat, right?
Not cat. You need to do any another name. Just cat is nothing but you need to mention like catalog. One of the mediators should be needed when you start transfer the data. One mediator will be there. That is a cat database. There is a catalog database. Just one user will be required. What is the required process? We will be able to see now. And one more thing here, the database should be RQLog destination files, RQLog files, log list. Your database should be RQLog files should be enabled, and this is the parameter. Should be RQLog mode. Now it is a cat database. The status check here. Select name from $V database. Okay, and the RQLog destination also here should be enabled. You can give any process, not a problem. Whatever the parameters should be mentioned by default parameters, the another parameter will be there. But here the Oracle destination should be enabled. Otherwise, you can also set this parameter also, not a problem. Okay. And now I am creating one table space and one user should be needed in the catalog database. So first I am taking the destination of the table spaces. That's the data file. From db underscore data underscore file. So these are the files destination. Now create table space, some extra and data file. This is the data file location. And then size should be at least minimum 58. While you are creating a table space, should be the table space size should be minimum 58. One table space will be created and create one user also. Create user honey identified by Oracle and default table space. You need to mention which is the created table space. Default table space. Okay. And then you need to give some permissions for created user. So branch, connect, comma, resource, comma, recovery, underscore catalog. So owner. These are the completely roles. These roles should be given to the one user, like which is the user is created honey. So now connect honey enter Oracle. Select count star from tab. At present there is no tables, there is no views, as well as select star from R3 underscore database. That is the recovery database. There is no database also. User we does not use. Okay. R3 underscore database. So now we can exit from here and connect to RMAN by using RMAN target and then catalog. There when you are mentioned the parameter whatever this is the role, these roles should be mentioned to the granted the permission to the honey. Then only it can be connected when you are using RMAN target slash while you are creating no catalog, but should be create like catalog here. RMAN target slash catalog and give the username like honey and then Oracle. When you are using this command, then only it can be given here. Then it can be connected through user while using catalog. User database name is catalog and recovery catalog. Now you need to give the command like create catalog. First you need to create the catalog.
So what it will do?
This catalog will be created in this user.
So sorry, but I don't get it. That create catalog. What exactly it will?
While taking the RMAN backup as a hard backup or cold backup, you are connected with no catalog. RMAN target, no catalog. That means no user will be created. By default, this user can be taken, each and everything. While you are creating a catalog, whatever will be the transactions will be there. The transactions, that means what suppose it is taking a backup. The backup should be taken by honey user. This user can be taken the backup now. So that's why we need to create catalog. That means you have just given the catalog. The honey user also can be taken the backups.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay. Now exit from here and connect like SQL plus The owner username is honey. Direct can connect and Oracle. The one of the user connected, like the direct user is connected. Before you have checked some parameters, select start from, select count tab. So this file will be translated. After creating the catalog, the views will be created here. So many views will be there. Even you can check in the views also. Select start from tab. So total 142 tables. This does not have any data, but these are the some created catalog parameters. Okay. And now one more thing. Select start.
So Basha, when you executed that create catalog command, due to that it has created this 142 this table.
Creating a catalog, this can be executed. This can be will be created by default table or views can be created into the user honey.
Oh, okay, got it.
Before that, I am already showing this command, and even this data will be also present. RC underscore, there is a recovery database. Which is a recovery database? At present, there is no database. After here, you can need the production database. Now in the production database, just you also connect with RMAN target. RMAN target slash catalog. Here also you need to connect catalog. This is the link between user another database. See here, the RMAN target and give the command RMAN target, the catalog, and username is there, which is in the catalog database. That database name is I am mentioning here. At you need to mention catdb. Okay, RMAN target slash catalog, username honey and the password, and the database name you need to mention by using @. Okay.
Okay, so here basically
it collected from the prod, not for the catalog database. Here, suppose as the same as the catalog database, we are connecting by using this command directly. I am not mentioned because we are already connecting from through cat database. The target database is cat, but here the database I am going to connect from production database. This is the command. Now the listener files and TNS files will be required. Here we will get the one of error. The target database is the name is prod. Okay. So from target database prod here we are display the target database catdb. So here we did not mention any database name, but here you need to mention the database. Here target database will be connected. Now it will be connected through cat database, but it can be wait because the TNS files will be not present. The listener files and TNS files. You are getting an error also here. So that's why still waiting because of files will not be there. So that's why we are going to create by using NetMGR. We are going to create a listener files. Okay, through NetMGR. This is the network manager. Anyone can create as a server. Okay. Here the listener files is not present any listener files. Select on listener. While after giving the command NetMGR, you can open the Oracle Net Manager and select on the listeners. You can give create and click on edit and create. Here the listener file name you can mention any name. It's already listener. That's why I am giving the listener name. The listener name will be created and you can give address. But host name is already given. Basha dot some host name you need to mention, which is mentioned in the by using netca. By using which is the command the starting neat. By using neat command you have set the some host name. That host name should be mentioned here. Basha.oracle.com. Otherwise, if you does not know the whatever will be the user. So this is actually Basha is there, and one more is the Basha.oracle.com is also there. Okay, you can mention any name as a host name. You need to mention here, and the port number 1521 by default. You can change any port numbers like 222, 422, 5, 6, any number you can give. But by default, the keyword it can be taken as a server 1521. Okay, this is the listener. One listener will be created. After that, you need to set here. You can click on the location database services. We are adding the TNS name files here. Like first you have the one database, the production database, and you can give the command. There is no the name of the global database and SI name should be same. Like it is a prod and the location whatever. Again, we can add one more database. Like it is a cat. Is there cat DB? Here also cat DB. This is the two databases are present there. So that's why I'm just creating a two database. After giving these two databases names, save networking configuration, and then exit. Okay, here the files will be created. And one more, after creating the listener, you can create TNS files also by using netca. Even netca you can also create the listener files. I am already showing the difference between netmgr and netca. Only by using netmgr you can create only listener files. The listener files will be create some more data compared to listener. Here also listener configuration will be created by using here, but by using netca you can create only for TNS files. There is a local net service name configuration. The database here can add here, which is mentioned there. It is a prod. Service name should be same. And here also host name. That is the host name is given like basha.oracle.com.
Basha,
Yeah.
you already have created that those TNS files, right?
Yeah, we have created that is the only listener files, not for.
No.
Sorry, I will be showing.
Okay.
I'm just exit from the database. Here you can see. That's network. This is the location of the. This is the general location of the listener file and DNS file. Here ls. Here only one file will be created, the listener file. There is no TNS file here. Okay. While creating the listener files, while using the netmgr, it can be created only listener files by using this command. Okay. So after that, it can also be created by using netca. You need to create listener files. The host name should be matchable in the listener files and TNS files also. And then
But you can also create, yeah, one more question here, that you can create this TNS file through netmgr, right?
yes. Just you can create listener files by using netmgr.
No, you can also able to create TNS.
TNS files by using netmgr you cannot create.
Oh, you can able to create it. I can show you.
Sorry.
Can you please go to the netmgr and just click cancel here?
Then you can go for that one. Okay.
Okay.
So basha.oracle.com. Use this is the condition. Next. And yes, perform a test. If listener files is working, then it can be performing the test. At present, TNS no listener. What is the mean? The listener cannot be started. So first you need to start here. lsnr start. This is the command to start. lsnr ctl. The option is there: start, stop, reload, status. It can be checked by using the commands. It's going to start the database now. Here I am getting error because TNS could not be resolved while giving this command. By getting this error only, we need to get TNS files and listener files. Okay. Yes. Now the command is completed. The database is present. Status is running. And by now you can once again you can check it. The test succeed or not. Just performing the test. The production database is working or not. And given only the database name is prod. So Oracle not available. Shared memory. Oracle is not available. They are saying. Currently, if your database is working or not. So you are exit from here. Yes, connection is successful because your database is running. Then the listener TNS files also will be success. The database name is prod. Yes. Yeah, we need to create one more TNS file. That is the database name. File name is catdb. Yes, TCP, and the same size host name and the port number. And now yes, perform test. The cat database is also running. There is open. Database is also open. These are also successful. Okay. The database name is cat. No, that's it. We need at present 2 databases there. That's it. So your files will be running here. You can check here TNS ping, which is working or not. Yes, it is working. Okay. There is command TNS ping catdb. After creating a listener or your TNS files, you can check like TNS ping. Yes, it can be open. Now you can give the command here as a production database through correct RMAN. This is the RMAN target / catalog honey Oracle DB. Now it can be connected. First the target database. Now you can first it can be check in the listener files and then it can check in the TNS files. Both will be working. Then it will be connected to the cat database. Yes, catalog database will be connected. Now you can register your database into the catalog database. Register database. At present, as a connect user honey Oracle. The user password is Oracle. Okay. Select start from RC_database. It is no rows are selected. You can check here register database there. I am registering the database into the catalog database. Database registered in recovery catalog. Yes. It can be connected. Now you can check this command, same again, as a honey user. Now the database key and the database ID is the database name is prod and current log files. Okay, and now this is also check in here, same information here, list incarnation. Okay, this can be displayed here at current file. Here also prod 172. This is 172. It is the current, not for parent. Current, which is the current is going on the recovery file, that can be shown in the honey user also. Okay, now created a catalog. Now you can start the process clone DB. Okay, as a clone DB, first as a production database, first you can connect as a production database, select instance_name, status, from $, instance. You can check here, the database is prod. Now, as a database first requirement, as if you want to start the new database, so this is the, I am going to start the new database here. Okay, so I am going to start a new database. Before, as a prod database, you can check the parameter file is show parameter SP file. Yes, your file is running with by using SP file only. Now you can create one P file. Create P file. You can give the P file name is see here the file is not present. Clone DB. .vara. You can check here. At present, init catdb is there, init prod_db is there, init test is there, but there is no clone. So I am going to create a one of the clone DB parameter file. Why I am going to create this parameter file? First, the database can be started with no more stage. No more stage should be required. One of the parameter file. That parameter file will be created from the prod database. From the prod database, you are going to create a one of the P file. That is the P file name is init. The P file by default name is init, and then the database name. Here I am giving the any name. You can give any name, not for the clone. You can give any name. The clone DB I am giving here. Init clone DB.vara. Okay, from SP file. The SP file is here already created, which is the production database SP file. I am going to create clone database SP file. Yes, the file will be created, and you can check in this location. This is the location of the parameter files. Here the clone DB will be present, and now you can just vi open this file as a clone DB in vi editor. Now just edit file destination, you can change any edit file destination. I am giving the any new location. Here the prod is there. I am just giving a clone DB. In this location I am creating one more database. The name, just the extra directory I am going to create edit file destination. And the which is the control file is there. The control file, whatever maybe is there, just comment that control file, because just we did not want to create a control file, because the control file will depend upon production database, and you can change the DB name here. The database name is here. You need to give the command clone DB. That is the database name here. You need to mention, and which is the recovery file destination. The files, everything will be there, and dispatches. In this dispatches also you can just change here. Okay, and give this name also as a clone DB. Yeah, these files will be created. That's it. Okay, just create one of the edit file and just comment the two files and change the database name, which is the database name is the production is a clone database, and just comment the dispatches and control files, and then save and quit. Yes, it's save and quit. Your parameter file will be ready now. At present, the database parameter file will be created. Okay. Now we need to generate one environment file. That is, environment file is there as a production database environment file. I'm just copying the clone db.env. Just I am assigning the one of the SID, just which is I am created, and just change the database name here. SID name. Just I am changing the SID name. Okay, just run this command. Okay, now SQL plus /as sysdb. It can be connected to an ideal instance. Now startup. These can be, we are not created database, but directly you are going to create. So that's why I am going to give the character startup no mode. Only give the startup no mode, because the parameter file have only parameter file, does not have any table space files or log files or any other control files. So that's why you are giving just command startup no mode. Your files will be there after taking the backups. Okay, here also we need to take one more file, that is database recovery file. I am creating one directory here because we need to take a RMAN backup. Here we did not taken the RMAN backup as a production database. First we need to take RMAN backups also here. The mkdir some backup bkb command I am going to give it. In this location I am going to take the RMAN backup, RMAN target / no catalog. As a production database, just taking the backups. Okay, then run, allocate, channel, create one, device type, this format. I'm going to take the backup here. And percentage.
So Basha, right now you are connected to RMAN in production, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So from
production, actually we have forget that backup because the database should be kept one of the backup file. I have already backup file, but this also is a mandatory. We need to take the backup also. Okay. Without backup, we cannot. That means we are transferring the data from through RMAN backups only, So that's why you need to give the command. You need to take the backups. The production database, we are taking the backup. The clone database, unable to create edit file. Yeah, we have just created one edit file, but we have not created destination. The destination you need to mention here. CD dollar. This is the location of the SP file or P file. Here ls init star. Catch. I'm opening init clone db. One destination you need to mention the destination. You have forget the edit file destination because you have changed some destination here. Where is the edit file? There is the edit file destination. You need to create this directly. Okay, this is directly into Basha. Yes. So your backup will be taken. Okay, the RMAN backup is completed in the production database. Startup no. At present, CAD database is working and also production database is also working. This is the product database. Now here you can check same command. Here is the clone database. Okay, just sorted. Now,
Basha,
yeah.
it's too much lagging between in video and voice.
Voice. Then the disturbance is there.
No, your voice is very clear, but screen is refreshing here after more than 10 seconds.
So that means while refreshing, you are getting more than 10 times. Okay, whatever. Now is it clear?
Yes. So, do you got the issue?
I not got any issue.
Okay. So actually, whenever you are speaking and whenever you are typing, here on our side, it takes 10 seconds.
10 seconds delay. It can be taken a delay.
Just the delay is 10 seconds in between the voice and video.
Okay, but I don't know why it's getting. Okay, let's just observe the processor has already completed everything. Okay, just check it.
Okay.
Will be so now the database is connected like clone database. It can be started. So one more thing you need to do. Once again, you need to create a like TNS file of clone DB. Okay. One more requirement is there because you need to give the command like the database also. Like should be we are giving the connection between production and catalog through in a clone database. So that's why we need to requirement have the linear files and TNS files also by using NetMGR. Sorry. I'm creating one more TNS file, and as a listener, extra adding the one more file. That is the name is clone database. Here the cat is there, pod is there, and listener. In this listener, we are going to create one more database. Here, clone DB. Yes. Save. Okay. Here in this service, you can create like after saving, it can be executed. Okay. Then let's see creating the TNS files. Local net service. Use the add. The database name is clone DB. Give the host name. At present cannot be success. The DNS all appropriate or blocked. Not a problem. You can just done. Okay. Then check the status of. Just reload it. LSNR CTL just reload it. Okay. DNS P clone DB. Yes, it's working. Okay. Code is working. That is also working. So everything is working as a clone database. Exit from here. And now you can connect to RMAN by using command this RMAN target slash here RMAN target slash this. You need to mention the password here as a production database. Alter user is identified by manager. Okay, your database name the sys user will also connect with RMAN target sys manager at prod. We are giving the target database and now catalog database. Catalog username is honey, the password is oracle at catdb. And one more thing is auxiliary database, that is a clone database. Auxiliary slash. And we can give the one more thing, give all appropriate permissions here. chmod -r, extra files will be created in the user over. Just give the permissions remain. As a root user, connecting the three databases. So this is actually generally, if you are forgetting, suppose if you want to set the new database system password, you can give one command like pwd file. You can give the command.
Mr. Basha, sorry, I am lost here. What you are trying to do here?
Nothing. We cannot do anything. I'm just explaining the command. If you are alter the suppose just I'm alter this sys database password. Okay. So, but as a catalog database, you did not have any sys database password. Okay. Sys user database password, because after connecting, the user can be connected by sys only, no. So the password should be required. The password you need to set like this file. The password of the sys user or system user. File equal to the command, I never get it. Okay, first we can install here. See here the database is connected as a prod and the catalog database connected, and as the database is clone DB, it is not mounted. Now we can just run this command, run allocate channel ph1 device type disk format, and now you need to mention the name of the backup location, which is you have taken the backup location. This is the backup location. Now you can mention in the catalog database. Yeah, then %u, because your data file backup location is there at present in that location. At that location you need to mention. From that location we are transferring the database, all database files to clone database file. Okay.
Basha, so in this location, is that a full backup?
Yeah, is there full backup.
Oh, okay.
Now we can start like a duplicate target database to clone DB, and then the release channel. And then release channel.
So, Basha, I have one more question here. That why do we need to take backup here, then transfer in the another database? Can we just transfer without taking a backup? Can we directly clone the production database?
No, without taking the backup, you need to mention some location of the backup file, no? So where your files is already present there. The file you are taking the backup in this location, in this piece. This is the main mandatory. Complete database files will be stored in this file. In this file should be mentioned here. From that file, you are even I have not mentioned the file, but just you are mentioning the database location where your backup piece is there. That from that piece, it can be just target to clone database. So it can be taken the completely. So you can just observe the file. Here you can be coming the files. First, you can check everything here. That it is no mode stage. From no mode stage, allocating channel here, creating a SP file by default. Shut down clone immediately and say start up clone no mode. Again it will be shut down the database. Again it can be start the database. And control file, automatically they will setting the control file's location, some by default name. So this is the control file by the clone database file. So some parameters will be by default. It can be actually it is a prod database. You are already changed. The database will be clone database, and here database is instant shutdown. Automatically your database again started. So creating the all database file to restore the file as a in the control file location, as well as in the now it is going to mount stage. So these are all the parameters they can be set by default. From this piece, these are the databases by default names. These are sysocs, undo, user, example, and boss, and demo. These are also the databases will be present in the production database. Depending upon the size, it can take more time. Okay, so this is the starting media recovery, updating the file as in a system data files. Database is dismounted, again it is going to shut down, and then again it can be started. So no more stage, set the parameters, shut down, not started. Alter clone database, open reset logs. Finally, it's finished. The database is open. Automatically, it will be open. Actually, we are connecting while we are before to target the database. It is in no more stage. Now it is open stage. Check it. Connect SQL and check it the status. Select instance underscore name comma status from $instance. This clone database and the database is open, and check it your file names, which is the files will be present as well in the production as in the clone database. Select file underscore name, then table space name from dba underscore data underscore files. Call file underscore name A16. Or maybe just check it there. It is a boss and demo is also there in the clone database. Okay. So these are the files. And even user is there, which is the user is present in the select username, comma the users also will be present in the production database. Like the user is created Sana as a demo table space. Connect. The password is also will be getting here. The password of Sana there we have created today. Welcome.
So, Mr. Basha.
Yeah.
So basically, from that, we had total 3 databases. One is production, one is CloneDB, and the third one was CatDB, right?
Yes. So if a production database is there, whatever the data is present in the production database, the entire data will be transferred into the clone database.
Okay, but not the CatDB data will be transferred in clone one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So that is the clone database. That's it. Okay. You are not getting any errors today. So Irfan, first you need to remember one thing. If you are getting any error, as a DBA version should be resolved. but should we know the error also? How you find error description first of all? The error description should be displayed with number, and you have an idea about from beginning onwards we have created everything. Like as a how to resolve that one. If you are getting the error table space management, you can just check in the table space. If you are error getting in the read log files, you can check into the read log management. And if you are getting any parameter management, you can check in the parameter files management. As a DPI person, should we need the patience and you need to resolve the error as a own. That is the main thing. You understand? So suppose if you are after completion of the cloning, if you are done these topics, you cannot get a single error. But whatever maybe you are explained that one, you are set, you have practiced as a well, that's very good. But you have practiced as a clone database, I don't know. If you have done this topic, it is very big actually. From beginning onwards, you can do the clone database. Everything will be involved here. Even you have created the table space, even you have created the users, and even you can also create read log files, and you can also set the parameters, and you can start the database, and you can understand the architecture of the database also. How we can understand? Here you can this files also there. How we can understand? In the no mode stage should be read script file or P file, and the mount stage should be read with control file, and in the open stage it can open these all those files. Okay. This is the architecture also. How we can find it means you need to check everything, not for single database. What will be happen in the no mode stage? What will be happen in the control file statement in the mount stage? What will be happen in the data file statement? Okay. Are you clear? Yeah, any errors? Any more doubts?
Yeah. So actually, I have a question that so on that other day, what was missing? So that's why there was an error.
Which error is missing? Where?
So last time we were getting that error.
Yes.
So how did you resolve that?
Because of the one parameter file is not set. That parameter is nothing but here. This is the parameter destination. This destination you have forget it. The created destination file destination. These files is not mentioned because everything is clear. Last step you are getting the doubt because this destination is not present. These files where can be copied. That's why you are getting the error. That's only recovery by using these files will be transferred into some particular location. That location you are not mentioned in there. That is the main error you are getting. We are already mentioned in the document, but you are not seen in the document. You are just following the video. If you are following like a document, you should be resolve that error. But you are not follow the document. Okay, and which is the document is given to you. These are that document also which is created by myself only. I am not following through documents. Okay, these are not any